Alrighty guys, welcome back to your WWE Smackdown Live review, and I thought I wanted to do it on Google Hangout because you know what, when I do long videos on Movie Maker, I like doing that on that, but they take forever to upload, so if I want to do a long video, I'm going to start doing it on here on Google Hangout just because, you know what, if they run it really long, I don't want to wait hours and hours to just get my video up there to you guys, and I just want to say, in my opinion, I just want to get it out there. So this is my WWE SmackDown Live review for the 4th of the 4th, 2017, guys. And this was a good episode of SmackDown. I won't say it was really good. I just think that, you know what, I've been watching like in 2 days. I've watched and I've counted that up. That's like 10 hours of wrestling. And like, in my opinion, after SmackDown, I am done watching any wrestling. I'm not watching any NXT this week or anything like that because I'm burnt out with watching NXT this past weekend, and WrestleMania, then Raw, then SmackDown Live. So I'm done with watching wrestling for another. That's it till next Monday. So that is it. I am not watching NXT tomorrow night. It is. So anyway, SmackDown opens up with basically you had Randy Orton coming out, and he's basically talking about how he beat Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania and became the new WWE champion. He says that, do you guys remember the time when I said that if you cannot beat them, then you gotta join them? Well, he did that, and he basically turned on Bray Wyatt, whatever. And then Bray Wyatt comes out, and he says that it's going to be a house of the next pay. Well, I don't. He just said it's going to be a house of horror at the next pay-per-view. So maybe he's going to think about maybe they're doing this at Backlash, which I think is going to be Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, obviously. And then obviously Eric Rowan returns. I don't know why Eric Rowan is still employed by the WWE, but it is what it is. And then after that, basically Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt attack Randy Orton. Randy Orton then Nick Harper and Randy Orton in the main event versus Harper and why is it Rowan? Yeah, I'm saying Harper again. Rowan and Bray Wyatt versus Orton. That was right. That's better. And then after that, we have a backstage segment with The Miz, and he's saying that tonight he's going to embarrass John Cena and Nikki Bella. He talks about the draft. And then after that, we get a women's match. We get Alexa Bliss versus Naomi for the women's title. It was a solid match. Naomi goes over, right decision there. And in my opinion, they're probably going to have one more match at probably Backlash, and that's probably going to be the end of this feud. But yeah, overall, good result there. Corbin versus Dean Ambrose for the, well, not for the IC title. I thought it was for the IC title. And then I realized it wasn't, so I was like, what the fuck, man? And then, so it was a good match, I gotta say. They brought in the crowd for a bit, and then Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose basically just, he had a few table spots, a few chair shots. He had like a strap, so I thought that was pretty cool. They had a strap spot, and after that, Baron Corbin hits the ends of days for the win, and I think that they're gonna probably continue this going into Backlash for the title, where they're gonna give the win to Baron Corbin. But why could they not give the win to Baron Corbin at WrestleMania? Like, this was his first real singles match at WrestleMania. I know it was on the pre-show, but at least to make the pre-show interesting, they could have at least had, in the IC title. Just in my opinion, I just thought, I said that in the WrestleMania review, it's kind of dumb. And for the Dean Ambrose character, they just need to really retweet the character of Dean Ambrose and really, I don't know, make him magnificent. You know what I mean? But yeah. And then after that, we had what else did we have? Oh yeah, then we had the Miz and Marie segment where they basically mock John Cena, and then my boy Shinsuke Nakamura comes out with the violinist, and I was like, yes, Nakamura, Nakamura. And Nakamura comes out, and the fucking arena goes nuts because Nakamura comes out. And in my opinion, this was really good here. Nakamura, SmackDown Live really needs baby faces right now, especially when John Cena is obviously out. Well, he's out doing a film right now, and he is probably going to be back to SummerSlam. So right now, the WWE, especially on the SmackDown side of things, and Raw, really needs baby faces. So I think on the draft, we'll talk about this more maybe in the week at some point. But in my opinion, the WWE really needs more baby faces, and Nakamura going to SmackDown is a really good choice. And yeah, I think that I mean, I think that if he went over to Raw, I just think he'll get lost in the shuffle, and I don't think that Vince would get the Nakamura character like Triple H does. So I'm glad that Triple H actually fought really hard for Nakamura, and actually is going to have him on SmackDown, and hopefully treat him. Obviously, he's going to be treated as a big deal over there. Who's going to feud with next? It looks like he's going to feud with The Miz next. I think that they could have some good matches together. Who knows? But I'm glad that Shinsuke Nakamura is finally on the main roster, and yeah, cannot wait to see what happens to him. I hope he stays. I hope he's in the main event. I don't want him in the mid card or doing a stupid stereotype gimmick. I want him to be in the main event like he was on NXT and New Japan, just kicking ass. That's all I want him. And then after that, we had what else do we have? Oh yeah, then we have Shane addressing the WWE universe, talking about how things could get shaken up in WWE and stuff. AJ comes out, and I thought that AJ was maybe going to attack Shane or say he wants to trade to Raw, which I think he's going to go to Raw anyway. Then after that, AJ and Shane shake hands. Then that was it, really. Of the main event, Randy Orton and Luke Harper versus Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan. In my opinion, the match was like and decent. I didn't care for it really. The babyfaces go over. Bray Wyatt does some weird shit, and then everyone was a legal man, which didn't make any sense anyway. The main event was, I don't know. Anytime like Bray Wyatt does that lighting effect thing, and he's still in the match, it didn't make any sense. But anyway, Randy Orton and Luke Harper win the match. After that, Bray Wyatt was laughing on the ramp, and that was the end of SmackDown. Overall, I thought it was a good show. I didn't think it was better than Raw. I think Raw really had the. I know I've said for weeks and weeks and months that SmackDown's had the better product, the better show, and I still think that they are the top brand. But Raw this week were kicking ass because you know what? It's a Raw to WrestleMania, and the WWE were really kicking ass when they had the Raw side of things. But for SmackDown, they really have set up different feuds. And oh yeah, I forgot Ty Dillinger made his main roster debut, official main roster debut. I know he debuted at Royal Rumble, but he finally made it on SmackDown Live. He faced it, and yeah, I'm good. I'm happy for him that he's finally on the main roster, and I'm wondering what they're going to go with there. I don't know what they're going to do with Ty Dillinger. I mean, I heard rumors a couple months ago that they was going to do a Miz and Ty Dillinger feud when he was the IC champion, obviously the Miz, but now he's not the champion, and now it looks like it's going to be Nakamura and Miz. Now, does he go for an IC title match on SmackDown, or does he flounder in the mid card? I don't know where where Ty Dillinger goes from here, in my opinion. But yeah, it kind of sucks for NXT right now. I mean, a lot of big names have left NXT this past weekend. You've had the Revival left for Raw last night. Then you had the Ty Dillinger and Nakamura. That's 4 big stars leaving there. I just feel it's very bad times right now for NXT, and I hope that at some point they get some big names in there. I've heard that Adam Cole is rumored WWE bound by May. So next month, Adam Cole is WWE bound, I've heard. Kyle O'Reilly and Dawson Castle have been the other 2 guys that have been rumored with WWE. In my opinion, Adam Cole is the guy that I really want to see in WWE. I think he has been the guy that has really been impressed me the last couple of years on the Indies. I'm a big fan of the guy. I don't care for him. I just think he's going to be like another Roderick Strong, where you basically have him on there, and he's going to be having a good reaction of one maybe takeover, and then he's going to get lost in the shuffle, in my opinion. And after that, I don't really know much about Dalton Castle because I kind of tune in and out of Ring of Honor these days, so I have been watching. I've watched like 1 segment of him and me there, so I don't know. I have to probably watch more of him, but yeah, I don't know if he'll go to WWE or not, but yeah. So that is my WWE SmackDown Live review, guys, for the 4th of the 4th, 2017. Guys, leave your thoughts on the SmackDown Live in the comments section below, guys, and I'll check you later.